and this is the reason why they've been flourishing in Europe. You can argue that they've not met teams like Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and the rest. But I mean, they have played. This is a night game. This is in Europe. They've lost just, I think they've lost just one or drawn two. I can't remember now. That's a very, very solid run right there in Europe. Because the way Arsenal plays, they are a team that are always on front foot.
Watch Transit TV right now.
I'm Tochukwu Michael. Keep watching Transit TV.
What a night of Champions League. Some very fantastic goals and games played today. Arsenal traveling all the way to Holland, and this should be about the biggest Champions League result this season by any club, if I'm not mistaken. 7-1, they won this one against PSV in Holland. Pretty much done for this round, except something colossal really happens to Arsenal in the second leg. They are pretty much into the quarter-final rounds. About the only fixture in this round that is decided, beside Aston Villa beating Club Brugge away as well, 3-1. The other games are a little bit looking still pretty tight. So this is a night I call made look easy night for us now. You remember they say talk is cheap. Before this game, Perisic was talking about Arsenal, saying Arsenal are missing a lot of players and they are very beatable, that they're going to pretty much, he was saying they're going to beat Arsenal. And Timber conversely said in his own interview that this is the time for us now to rewrite the narrative, and that they did today. Talk is cheap. Perisic couldn't live up to billions, so up to his words, and Timber supported his own words with action by scoring the first goal to break the deadlock for us now, and the rest, as they popularly say, was history. So a few things we learn from this one. We starting from Arsenal being aggressive and fluid in front and doing a man-to-man approach to this game, and of course Declan Rice's position in this one, or role in this game as well. We have also talked so much this season about Arsenal being suited to the European style of football in Champions League. They've been doing well, considering just 3 goals before this game today, 4 goals in total. In open play, I think it's just 2 were penalties. And of course, man of the match for today for me will be Nwaneri. I know Ødegaard got his 2 goals and 1 assist. Impact of Nwaneri in Arsenal as a whole, and also Ødegaard. Just hold on for that one. Nwaneri has impacted Ødegaard, if you ask me. Then of course we are also going to look at Mikel Arteta and his role in this one. So we start with, like I said, Arsenal started this game very aggressively. They were fluid up front, and as well Mikel Arteta deployed a man-to-man kind of approach to this game. Arsenal stayed up high, went toe-to-toe with PSV, which is understandably because a one-on-one, I think Arsenal has a better quality, regardless of the fact they don't have their front players. But they were a little bit brave, and Arteta kind of did what he has not been doing since the loss of Kai Havertz and Martinelli, making that front three a little bit fluid. Nwaneri, Trossard and Merino, they were interchanging their positions, and it made it a little bit difficult for PSV to hold on to Arsenal. And I think this surprised PSV. And another thing that he did was the role that Declan Rice played in this game, pushing forward. And I remember a few weeks ago, I've talked about this on this channel as well. Declan Rice said that Arteta encourages him to, arrive in the box as much as he can, and that was what he did today. Last week I also spoke about it when I was talking about what Szoboszlai does for Liverpool. The guy tried to play that role today. He was always in the box, especially in the first half of this game, and that is how he provided the assist for the first goal. So yeah, it was an aggressive approach for us now, man-to-man marking and trying as much as possible. Yes, you don't have their front players, but let the players on the pitch try to arrive in the 18-yard box of PSV, arrive there with numbers and put them under pressure. And this was what Arsenal did today. Though they escaped early onslaught from PSG. PSG would have gotten their goal before Arsenal, and once they missed that chance, Arsenal took theirs, and it became a little bit easy for Arsenal. Surprisingly, scoring goals with records abundance, as they popularly say, and they got their goals. Yeah, Declan Rice, his role in the pitch today was the second thing we learned. He was more or less a 10 than playing defensively, and he was always in the box trying to find gaps and spaces. Arteta also deployed Timber. Timber was making late runs into that box as well. So this is the approach Arteta used today, man to man, and being aggressive and brave. I think he led these players to kind of get in. I won't get you to say playing the handbrakes on. So today they released the handbrakes and let these players just flow. And it was difficult for PSV to deal with today, and they got this flood of goals. So the third thing that we learned, obviously, is Arsenal is suited to European football. I've said this many times, and this is the reason why they've been flourishing in Europe. You can argue that they've not met teams like Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and the rest. But I mean, they have played. This is a night game. This is in Europe. They've lost just one or drawn two. I can't remember now. That's a very, very solid run right there in Europe. Because of the way Arsenal plays, they are a team that are always on front foot, and teams in Europe want to be on front foot. So they give you, allow you space. They don't double mark your winger. So, and this is what Arsenal loves, and it's been working for them. Obviously, like I said, they're already true to this round. We're talking about meeting Atletico Madrid now, or Real Madrid in the quarter-final stages, and then we will know exactly if it is true that they are suited to play in Europe. That's another thing we learned today. If you don't know, pay attention to that. I think Arsenal are more suited to play in Europe, especially clubs that come from other countries apart from England. And being it that Aston Villa have one leg into quarterfinals now, if Liverpool win tomorrow, most likely these teams will meet themselves in semi-final if they go past the quarterfinal stages. Yeah, it's looking good for England. Most definitely they're going to have 5 teams in Europe next season for having potentially 3 teams from England in the quarterfinal stages of this season. That's a huge achievement for English teams this season. Man of the match for me, the 14th, obviously, for me is Nwaneri. He was man of the match for me. I pick him because of the way he was just the driving force in that team today, and caused a lot of problem for PSV in their box. Got his goal and made a lot of things happen within that box as well. I'm talking about, away from that, something I observed today, I also know that I've discussed this with the groom on this channel, is Nwaneri is beginning to also affect Ødegaard. Ødegaard has remained, they have largely been a player that takes it together for us now, makes the team tick. He tries to find those difficult passes and make the team tick. He has not always been that player that tries to get at the end of things, score goals, and maybe have more assists. But with the way Nwaneri plays, Nwaneri drives with the ball, tries to find space, and at any certain opportunity that he has, he takes a shot or tries to score a goal. I think if you watch Ødegaard today, Ødegaard would have been like, come on, bro, what is this 18-year-old boy doing? I can do what he's doing. And you can see, because of that conviction and because of that impact of Nwaneri, he got his 2 goals today and his assist. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Arsenal lack players that can run with the ball, that can run on defender, that can take shot from outside the box. Trossard had this reputation. All of a sudden, this season he lost it. So, and this game today, I think Arsenal had like 3 or 4 of those goals from shots around the box, and that's what you need. Sometimes you don't have to pass this ball into the net. And the final thing we learned, of course, we're going to talk about Mikel Arteta. He had to get his flowers today. He has been on some immense pressure from fans, from press, and regardless of the pedigree of PSV in Europe, a lot of people did not count Arsenal winning this one to the purpose of winning the 7-1. So Arteta got the tactics spot on, got the players in the right mentality and the right mindset, and then went in there with business mindset and got the business done, and they are pretty much done for the next round. Now they can relax and put a lot of effort in the next game against United on Sunday at Old Trafford and get ready for the quarterfinals. Maybe by then Bukayo Saka and Martinelli will be back and the team will be a little bit more potent to face Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. So let me know what you think in this one. Do you think this was a fluke? Do you think PSG were too cheap or Arsenal made them look cheap? Or what was your take on this game? For me, I think Nwaneri was man of the match. If you think otherwise, who do you pick as a man of the match today? I also believe Nwaneri is impacting on Ødegaard as well in the approach, taking shots from outside the box and getting goals. Do you agree with me, or what do you think about that one? And I'll see you again in the next one. Ciao.